Week 6, it's Monday. Introduction to networking. What are all the things we have to do? We, students first, worked on the switches. We had some issues that they were to take care of. Talked a little bit about the coursework. Then we looked at topologies, physical and logical. We did some work, it's not on the whiteboard, on frames. We did it on the projector. And then we talked about switches, and they did a lab talking about Wireshark. Alright. We covered these terms, unicast, like using the internet, one communication, you send to here and it sends it back. Broadcast, one sender goes to everybody on that network, for example, one example. Then a multicast, you send it and it goes to some of the recipients and not the others. It goes to a specific group. It's kind of like how streaming works through the internet. A packet leaves Netflix, and then when it gets to a certain point, it gets duplicated rather than sending out to everybody. Or to try to unicast everybody. Okay. Here we have a physical diagram of the IT department here at NIAC, the academic IT. So we can look at rooms 229. There's a patch panel in here, and there's 4 lines that run to the wiring closet in 228. That has 5 lines running to a wiring closet in what used to be 218. Okay, it's in the back of 216. There's 2 connections running between the rack in the front in 216 and this room here. And then room 240, right in the back of 216, there's a rack, a stand-up rack there that holds the servers right there. So part of this divide occurs here. So this is the Papa John Center, which was added, and this is McAllister Hall, which was here much longer than the Papa John Center. They put this wiring closet way at the end of McAllister Hall, which was smart because when they added on, they were able to connect to this new wiring closet and then distribute things in the Papa John Center. Here's a logical diagram, something similar, but these things are in different rooms. So we show the servers are connected to this multi-layered switch, but this multi-layered switch is in 228A. The multi-layer switch is connected to the switch in the front of 216 and into the front of 229, those 2 rooms. The firewall is in 228A. So if we were to look at this, these are in that same wiring closet. These are in a separate wire closet, 240, Remember we had those 5 lines running that direction? Now, this DMZ and all of this equipment here that we're using, these are all in 229. And it uses a separate line to connect back to the firewall. Separate from this switch up here, which is in the same room, right? This is in 229 and all of this is in 229. This is in the careers building. And the main campus is divided up, you know, across the whole campus. So they actually have equipment and stuff in 228 along with this stuff right here. It's all in the same rack. And the other thing that we did is we did some work on frames. We looked at the Ethernet frame and how every section of the frame represents data, represents information. For example, a header in which it has, if it's Ethernet, it has those MAC addresses in there. So we looked at that, and then we also talked a little bit about how a switch works. You know, you connect a PC to a switch, and the switch learns the PC's MAC address. That way it can send information back and forth to the PC. Alright, and we'll finish up chapter 7 on Wednesday.